hope you're having a relaxing day. So my name's Linda, and this is Lilybugs Library, and we're going to talk today about my August TBR. I'm a little late on that. I know we're already into August, but better late than never. So I decided to do romance for August. So I'm going to tell you about a few romances that I'm thinking of doing. I guess you might call this my pile of possibilities. I know a lot of people are using that term instead of TBR, but either way, these are the ones I'm thinking about reading this month. So the first one is called Marrying the Daughter's Rancher. No, the other way around. Marrying the Rancher's Daughter. Starting off well, aren't we? All right, so this one is, it's actually a Christmas one. A couple of the ones that I picked turn out to be Christmas ones, but it doesn't matter. It's the romance that counts. So this is the first in the Christmas in Redemption Ridge series. And so it says it's about a professional bullfighter, Jason Keene, who is chasing a national title and running from his mistakes. When his last sponsor threatens to pull their support unless he becomes the poster boy of a charming, family-friendly cowboy, there is no way he can pull it off. And then it says, despite her family's status as Colorado's ranching royalty, Cassie Reynolds' heart has been tied to the rodeo since her first event at the tender age of 5. If her possessive ex-boyfriend would get the hint and leave her alone, she'd never leave her rodeo marketing job. Unfortunately, with each passing day, he's growing more desperate to claim her. When a week at home on Redemption Ranch is interrupted by the appearance of Cassie's ex, Jason, can't stand by and let him terrorize the owner's daughter. Could her unorthodox proposal be the solution to get them both through the holidays and the rodeo national finals? So that sounds like maybe a fake dating trope could be in there. Sounds like there could be a few sparks between the ex and this guy. We'll see how that goes. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that one. The next one is something a little different, and it's not very long. It's more like a novella, but it's called My Big Fake Mafia Wedding. So it says, risk-adverse CEO of a Chicago matchmaking agency pretends to be the fiancé of a rebellious mafia princess to save her from a mobster goon at a Christmas party. So that sounds interesting. So we'll see how that goes. The next one is called Return to Sender. And it says he never wanted to leave her. She never expected him to return. Ariana Stanton if Ariana Stanton has learned anything in life, it's that men leave. She's been taught this lesson well from the father she never met, who sends her a mysterious letter once a year, to her ex-fiancé who left her for another woman. So when she meets the charming and seemingly perfect Jonah, she promises him they will never be more than friends. It's a promise she can't keep, but before he has a chance to leave her, she sends him away. So that one sounds good. It sounds like it's gonna, touch your heart. So the next one's a little lighter. It's called Cupid and Cupcakes. And it says when she stumbles upon a singles event for the 50-plus crowd, she hatches the perfect find, her overworked mom, a love story worthy of a classic movie. Armed with a fake profile, a questionable disguise, and a whole lot of determination. Sorry, my pages here. Emma is set on pulling off the perfect setup. But between dodging security, battling her mom's stubbornness, and dealing with one very grumpy and annoyingly handsome venue owner, things get complicated. Okay, so she's trying to set her mom up with a date, so I guess she's dressing up like her mom. Should be interesting. The next one is called Healing Two Hearts, and it says, can love be just as lovely the second time around? It says cardiac care nurse Trisha Alderson was heartbroken when she lost her workaholic husband 5 years ago. She's now helping her brother and sister-in-law plan a Valentine's Day vow renewal ceremony, and she's also happy to see 2 of her nieces in loving relationships. But Trisha believes that new romance is for younger people, and she has no expectations of finding love for herself again. Roan Malloy's stressful management job in radio ad sales lands him in Trisha's CCU on New Year's Eve. Headstrong and refusing to take his health issues seriously at first, he's told he'll have to change his ways or risk another attack, possibly even a fatal one. Roan really wants to see more of Trisha, the pretty nurse with the lovely blue eyes. When he's offered a promotion that could bring even more stress into his life, will he accept it? And if he does, after losing one man she loved to workaholism, will Trisha risk her heart a second time? So it sounds like he could use a little help getting his act together. The next one's kind of different for me. It's called Bloom, and it's The Elementals of India, Book 1. So this is a YA book, and it's kind of a, I guess, romantasy. It says, when 18-year-old Samantha visits India for the first time in 10 years, she expects to spend the summer before she starts college, reconnecting with her grandmother, the last link she has to her roots and to her father's homeland. No one around Sam knows what to make of this half-Indian, half-white girl with her purple hair and her ripped jeans, but that's fine, because she's not here to make friends. Vikram, on the other hand, is great at making friends, as long as they're customers. He's spending his summer working at his dad's flower shop. He's desperate to prove that he can take over the family business. When these two meet, there's an instant attraction, but between them lies the shadow of a 200-year-old love story and a murky prophecy. Add in a hidden enemy determined to keep them apart, and things aren't going to go smooth. And then there's the fact that there's more to Vikram than meets the eye. Sam could almost swear there's something otherworldly about him. So I don't know where that's going, but it sounds great. So the next one, again, I'm taking on things that I don't usually read, but they happen to be on my Kindle, and it's like, all right, we're going to try these. So this one is called Never Kiss a Werebunny. It's number 1 in the magical midlife malfunction. It says, kissing, it's the express line to Spit Swap City and Cootie Central, according to my kids. The real danger, though, is catching a bad case of feelings. Excavating that danger is the fact that somewhere in my heart lurks a hopeless romantic, a sneaky little love cheerleader out of place in my otherwise pragmatic life. It's the force advocating for late-night romance novel reading, sleep deprivation, and it's a silent rebel stirred awake by the insanely hot voice of the guy next door. I've got that mushy part of myself locked down deep, nearly forgotten beneath my day job, hurting grown yet child-minded men who think the epitome of podcasting excellence is butt jokes and actual child wrangling at home. But when my daughter prods me to kiss a bunny at the farmer's market, I assume it's harmless, until I sprout a fluffy little cottontail. Turns out cooties are real, even scarier, so are feelings. So I guess she turns into a bunny? I'm not sure where this is going, but I'm along for the ride. So the next one is Harlequin love-inspired suspense, which I have loved all the ones I've read. So this one is called Smoky Mountain Escape. So it says, Sheriff Heath Dalton accidentally stumbles upon 2 gunmen trying to hide a body in the Smoky Mountains and barely escapes with his life. And when traveling nurse Kayla Elridge finds herself stranded in the stormy wilderness with Heath, she now has a target on her back. They must work together to navigate the treacherous terrain and evade the criminals who are tracking their every move. Can they outrun their merciless hunters before they both lose their lives? So that sounds a lot like the other one I read, so I'm hoping it's not too much the same, but we'll see how it goes. So that's what I'm reading for August Romance Month. Now, I will tell you, I also have 4 books on Hoopla that I have to get to sometime in the next couple of weeks, because Hoopla only lets you keep them for, I think, 21 days, and I haven't started any of them. I also have what I'm reading now, and I have a couple more arcs that have to be done before the end of August. Oh my. So where am I going to get all the time to do this? I have no idea. And then Tammy from Believe in Your Shelf decided to do a bingo. And I'm hoping some of the books I read I can fit into the bingo. So on the first line of the bingo board, it says book about a bakery, sisters, book in a series. The next line is blue cover, murder in the title. Call a friend, which I'm not really sure what that one means. I might have to watch her video again to see what she says for that one. In the next line, it's listen to the music, read a new book, haunted in title. That could be interesting. The next one is cat on the cover, a classic, and a middle grade book. So most of those are pretty clear. So again, I'll have to check out the Call a Friend one. I'm not sure about that one. But check out her channel, Believe in Your Shelf, and feel free to join along with her bingo, because I'm sure she'd love that. So for me, I'm going to try to fit in as many of those as I can. I think maybe I'm going to start with the stranger ones first, just to kind of see where that goes, and then we'll go from there. So, hope you're having a great day. It's Natal Day here, which is celebrating the city's birthday. So, everyone is off, and it's back to work tomorrow. So, hope you're enjoying your day. All right, talk to you soon. Bye bye.